Hey everyone, I know. Welcome back to an episode of Create with Linda. Today is Thursday, guys, and I'm coming on. My hair's a mess like usual. It's one of those days, guys. It is 3 o'clock in the afternoon. I'm coming on because I'm going to start dinner very shortly because it's kind of time, a little time consuming. Not too bad. But anyway, if you just watch my grocery haul, you'll see the stuff that I got at my grocery haul, and I bought chicken drumsticks, which you're gonna see. I got them on a great deal, guys, a great deal. I'm gonna separate all of them and put them into Ziploc bags, so this way I can stick them in my freezer and get them situated so they'll be frozen. Thank you, Carla. I thanked her on the other video too. She sent me my garlic, 2 pounds of garlic. Oh my goodness. And she sent me the peelers, so one day I'm going to sit down and make a video of peeling all my garlic because I want to put it in my jar. Yeah, I'm excited. Thank you so much, Carla. I love you, love you, love you. So grateful. Thank you. So I'm going to put that there. I'm going to get to the chicken legs. They had them on sale at ShopRite. We got the manager special, and they're not huge. The ones at Aldi, I was telling you guys, were $1.19 a pound, which is a good deal. But they were like freaking monstrosities. They were like turkey legs. I'm not even kidding. These are awesome. And guys, they were $1.19. Okay. They were $1.19 a pound. These are 69 cents a pound. The manager special, and that's only because... And what I was telling you guys, I got to do a tip of the day. I haven't been doing it every day because I'm forgetting like usual what else is new. But the tip of the day, well, I'm not going to do that because I did that already. But I'm going to do a tip of the day after this. Anyway, 69 cents a pound. And it happens to do with the other tip of the day that I did the other day with the meat. This is reason why it's 69 cents a pound is because today's the last day it could be sold. If they don't sell it today, guess where it goes? Does it go to the homeless shelters? No. Does it go to the food banks? No. Does it go to like places where they serve food, like the food bank places that you can go and have a meal? No. You know where it goes? In the garbage. And that is a sin and a shame. I don't understand why they don't give them or sell them or give them whatever to the food stores. Don't give them to those organizations. Please, if you're a senator, a governor, a freaking president, I don't care who you are, whatever, a local person, do something about that, because so much food is wasted, and that's why people dumpster dive. Have you ever heard of dumpster diving? Go on YouTube and put the dumpster diving in, and you're going to see people dumpster dive, and you know what they find? They find this. It's perfectly good. You put it in your freezer. If you're not going to use it that day or the next day, you put it in the freezer, you wrap it up good, and it lasts forever. The butcher told me today, I asked him, what's the best way to keep it so it'll stay nice if I don't use it for a couple of months? He said, wrap it really good in freezer bags or whatever. So I'm going to wrap it in plastic wrap first. Then I'm going to put it in freezer bags that I bought. They had them on sale actually at ShopRite. So I'm going to wrap them in saran wrap and put them in Ziplocs and put them in the freezer. But that was my tip from the other day. Go and check out the manager specials and the specials of the meat department, the dairy, in all the departments, they have it. Okay, 1 second. All the departments have those certain areas. You just have to ask the manager or ask at the desk. They'll let you know. All right, guys, I'll be back in a second. All right, guys. So what I'm doing is I'm putting 5 in a plastic wrap thing. I'm doing it twice because one, I'm not covering it all at once, so I'm doing it twice. Wrapping them in plastic wrap, and then I'm going to put them in Ziploc bags. So 5, each one has 5 in it because Billy and I just really eat the legs. Unless I have like Julie over or whatever, I can make 2. It doesn't matter. Or Jenny, you know what I mean? So 5 for me and Billy is fine with like 1 left over or 2 left over. And we always like to have them the next day left over, so that's fine. So I'm doing 5 in a packet. But right now I'm gonna stop for a minute because I need to get the marinara. Just gonna stop for a minute with this. I need to get the marinara going because it's 3 something ready and I need it to cook for like an hour and a half. So, and then I gotta make, and then I'm making, oh, did I tell you? I'm making meatballs and marinara for what's for dinner tonight. So I want to get the marinara going, so this way all I have to do is fry them, or I'm gonna probably air fry the meatballs. I'm not sure yet what I'm doing with the meatballs, honestly. Then I can put them right in the marinara for 15, 20 minutes. Because we're having meatball heroes, guys. That's what we're having, meatball heroes. So let me stop this a minute and just get the pot of sauce going. Let me see what sauce. I think I'm gonna make it in this because I'm not making like a whole big, I'm making a marinara, but I'm going to put the meatballs in there. And I'm not making a huge thing, but I'm gonna make enough. You know what I mean, for a couple of days. I need to get the tomato sauce and I need to fill my... All right, guys, so I just mixed up. I have 1 can of peeled tomatoes and then I have a can of crushed tomatoes. Because like I said, I'm making marinara. And normally I'd make marinara with just crushed tomatoes. But I only bought 1. Did I buy 2 cans or 1? I thought I bought 2 cans of crushed. I only see 1. So I got 1 can of crushed and 1 can of the whole tomatoes. So that's what I'm using. I think I'm just gonna make 2 cans. I'm gonna put some olive oil in the bottom. I'm going to, really, come on, Linda. I'm gonna do minced garlic tonight because I don't have time to do regular garlic right now. So I'm gonna do minced garlic. So I'm gonna put the onions in there. Come on, really? Oh God, I swear, by the moon and the stars. God, maybe I do have time. I think I do have time. Where is it? Where is it? I thought I had some out here already. I'm going to use the new bag. I'm not going to do the peeler thing right now, Carla, because I don't know how to do it right now. But I'm going to do it. I love this garlic. Don't you worry. I'm so excited about that. Thrilled, thrilled, and thrilled. Can't wait. Cutting a little end off. I'm just going to do 2 cloves because I need that. Can't wait to use my new peeler. It's just that right now I'm running around like a crazy kind of hectic lady to get everything. I just want to get the marinara set because then I have to make meatballs and I got to finish this chicken. Hubby was going to help me, but he wanted to do it over here and I can't have him do it over here because I'm taping, so he was going to help me do the chicken. Bill, you want to sit at the kitchen table and do the chicken? You want to go to the kitchen table and do the chicken? Do I what? Do you want to sit at the kitchen table and do the chicken?
I'll do whatever you want me to do.
He's being really fresh. That's what he's doing.
You told me to let you do it because you wanted to do it.
It's all right because I didn't want it. I don't want all the fat ones in together. So I'll have him do it. I'll just tell him how to do it. Alright guys, so the onion and the garlic is ready for me to put the tomato sauce in. So I'm just gonna put the 1 can of the plum tomatoes in here. Put some water in here. I'm trying to think if I'm gonna make 3 cans or 2. I don't know. I'm probably gonna end up making 3 because it evaporates, you know. So I gotta go in the back and get another can. So I put a little water in here to get all the rest of the sauce out, guys. Alright. And I'll put the other can of crushed in, and then I'll go in the back and get the other can. Yeah, two's not going to cut it because it evaporates, and, you know, there's going to be meatballs in there. So I'll do the 3. Alright guys, so I'm just going to take some of the basil, and I'm going to put the basil that I have, and I'm going to put it in here. And somebody said online, you know, one of the ladies said that good luck with getting this to grow. And I agree, because this, for some reason, the food store basil, I don't know what it is, but it lasts like 2 days, and then one time somebody told me to put it in the fridge, or I read to put it in the fridge. I put it in the fridge one night. The next night I came out, the whole entire thing was dead. It was a whole full thing, and it was completely dead. I was so pissed off. Were they over there on the table? I don't know.
I thought I brought them over here, I thought.
No, they're right here. You brought the plastic wrap, probably. So I don't know if I'm gonna. Maybe I'll try to plant it. If it doesn't, I don't know what to do. Maybe I should use whatever I can use and then just take the rest and freeze it. I don't know. Anyway, we're gonna use it now. So. Alright guys, I'm going to pause you a minute so you don't have to listen to the blender, okay? Alright guys, so I'm putting pepper, I put a drop of salt, pepper, garlic powder, onion powder, the fresh basil's in here. I'm going to put some dried basil, or I'm going to put some, obviously, wait. I'm going to put Italian seasoning, and I'm going to put probably a little dry basil in there as well. But I'm doing garlic powder and onion powder, which I always do, guys. You know that. I gotta search which one is here now. I think this is the one that's open. Is it, Lord? Yeah. A little bit of onion powder. I'm gonna keep this on the counter because I'm gonna be making the meatballs in a minute. Okay, so I'm gonna need that. Here's the garlic powder. Okay. Looks like a lot, but it's 3 cans of sauce, so you have to put enough. Okay. That's that. This is how I make my marinara. And if you're interested in knowing, in my family and in the way we do things, I have to fix my room. The way we grew up and we do things in our family, marinara is sauced with no meat in it. Italian gravy is gravy sauce with meat in it, so it makes it gravy, you know, in my family. So that's how it works. You can call it sauce, you can call it gravy, you can call it whatever you want, but that's what we do, and that's how we do it. So, and that's how and that's how it's always been. So do whatever your family does, guys. Okay, so I'm gonna put some Italian seasoning in here. I'm gonna put a little bit of just no, I don't think I'm gonna do that. Because I put fresh basil in and I put Italian seasoning. I don't need to triple do that. So I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to keep put the Italian seasoning in. And then later on I'll taste it. It might need a little bit more. And I always put Parmesan grated cheese in my tomato sauce, my marinara, my gravy. Always done that. Always will do it. So don't go crazy on salt, even if you're not watching your salt, because I did that the other day. What I did was I made
It goes in the fridge or cabinet?
No, leave it out, because I'm gonna put it goes in the cabinet, in the pantry, but I'm gonna be peeling it and stuff tomorrow. Okay. So what was I saying? So I made that pastina, And what I did was, by accident, I forgot, like, that I had put a little salt in it. And so then I put a lot of grated cheese in it, and too much grated cheese, and it ended up being really salty. And that was one of my tips of the day. My tip of the day was use a little citrus in your salty things that are too salty, and usually the citrus will take it out. Well, I said also in that video that if you put too much salt in, the citrus will not really take it out. It'll take it out a little bit, but if it's too much, it won't. It won't work. So that's what happened. First I tasted it, and I was like, oh, the salt did it. It was fine. Then as I was eating it, I was like, oh, it's just too salty. I can't eat it. So I ended up just eating the rest of it, scarfing it down or whatever, and then the rest of it, I took the rest of the broth, which was like a cup of broth, and threw it out, and then just used the pastina on its own, so I didn't waste the pastina. But anyway, that was one of the tips of the day, and I'm going to try to remember the tip of the day. And what I'm going to try to do too is, if I don't put them up on the video when I'm doing my videos, and even if I do, I'm going to try to put each tip on the community service, on the community page, to have it up there. And I might just put a couple at a time. I don't know. I'll see. I'm just going to do it by fly by night, so don't depend on it. Don't, it's not going to be there like on Tuesday at 2 or Wednesday at 5. You know what I mean? I'm just going to do it like this when it comes to me, whenever. So, and that's what Create with Linda is about. So if you guys know my channel, if you've been here a while, you know. And now you know if you're here just new, if you're new here. That's how it is. It's very much, things are very much not planned, because my personality is not a planning personality. I have depression, anxiety, and I can never really, I can't schedule things 2 weeks in advance. I can, but I can't. You know what I'm saying? I do and I can, but it's very flexible. You know that if I say to you, Linda, Linda. If I say to you, people, I'm doing a live on Thursday.
Might not happen till Saturday.
It might not happen till Saturday. I definitely will do my best to get there when I'm supposed to do it. And normally I do. But if something comes up, if something happens in my head or whatever it is, and stalls it, then I'll change it. But I try to be as consistent as I possibly can, guys. Anyway, that's that. Okay, so I'm gonna get a bowl so I can start the meatballs, because I gotta get these meatballs moving because it's 4 o'clock. I'm gonna put this flame, switch this tomato sauce on the top flame up here for a few more minutes. Then I'll put it, I'll leave it there for a little while because it has to simmer. Thanks, Bill, for doing all that. And get moving. Now, there's a dilemma, okay? Because my husband and myself and most of us in my family like our meatballs fried.
If you're not gonna fry them, don't make
See?
them. Sorry.
So that's what I'm saying. So now I've done it. I've air fried them. I'll turn it around. Go ahead. I've air fried them.
I need your dishes.
Go. Just wait there a second. Oh, Lord in heaven. Okay, go ahead. Yeah, you can go over there. Go ahead, Frank. Where is he?
Garbage.
I fried my meatballs before. I have baked them before. I've air fried them before. I've baked them before. And they're very good. And don't get me wrong, they're very good. But my husband doesn't like them. He likes the best way he likes them is fried.
He's picky.
He's a little picky, and he just likes things the way, certain ways, and so do I. Anyway, so I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to fry them, but I'm not going to soak them in, even when I fry, guys, most of the time, 95% of the time, I don't deep fry things. I rarely ever do that. I will definitely fry them just in the oil, in the olive oil, not any vegetable oil, just the olive oil, and a little bit of the olive oil, just so they're fried. But I don't soak them in oil. Then I let them drain on the paper towel and dry them off and all that. So they're not going to be seeped in oil. But anyway, we have discussed this, and I'm not going to worry about people saying stuff about Linda don't fry. If you say that and you're nice and you're compassionate, I don't care. If you feel that I shouldn't fry, that's fine. You can have that prerogative. But just don't be mean and rude, and you'll be able to stay on my channel. Otherwise, if you're rude or mean, I'll just block you. And that's it, because I don't want to subject my subscribers and myself to any mean comments. And of course, they will come. I know they will come, and I'm not naive to that. But anyway, let's move on. So let me get the bowl for the meat and get the meatballs going, guys, and then I'll get the frying pan out. I'll be back in a second. All right, guys, so let's get going. So I have the chopped meat here. I have garlic. I have onion. Pepper. There's no gatsy there's no gatsy pepper in that one. Gatsa de mama. Pepper. And a little bit of salt, just a little, probably a half a teaspoon, not even. Now, since we got this freaking basil, guys, guess what? Guess what we're gonna do? Because I don't think, I have it in water here. And I brought this pot up because from the basement I was gonna put it in this pot and put it outside. But I don't think I don't know, maybe I'll still do that. I'll still put this little thing, you know, even some basil, whatever, on there, and put it, and put the whole, you know, the whole pack thing in there. I'm gonna get my little chopper out for this because I don't feel like chopping it by hand right now. Not that I really don't feel like it, but it'd just be quicker. I'll be right back. All right, guys. So I put a whole bunch of freaking basil in here. Lord in heaven. Why isn't it? I'm gonna put a drop of olive oil in here just so it'll chop up better. Because it's like, this is a chopper, and it's like, I'm not even doing such a great job. That's good. There you go. All right, so we're going to put a little bit of grated cheese in. Like I said, I put a drop of salt in because I'm putting grated cheese in, and that's going to make it salty, and I don't want it to happen again with my meatballs. Oh, mama. What's that song, an Italian song? I've never seen that song. Oh. I like a lot of fresh herbs in my meat meat mixture, like my meatballs, my meatloaf, my stuffed pepper. Ooh, that's what I gotta make. Oh, I have stuffed peppers, and I have chopped meat left over, and I have peppers in there. I think I'm gonna make stuffed peppers, maybe tomorrow or Saturday. That's the ticket. Stuffed peppers. My mom's stuffed peppers. That's what I'm gonna make. Yep. I need to get every little piece out of here. Need to. Alright. I can only get out what I can get out, so. I don't feel like using my hands right now. And I don't think this is really enough basil. I really don't. I do have parsley outside, but I don't want to run out there. I'm just going to use dry parsley because I have the fresh basil, so that's going to the fresh basil will take over. I'm going to put a little bit of Italian seasoning because, like I said, I'm doing the fresh basil. Okay, where is my parsley? I know I had a big parsley, but I think I finished that one, so I have this one. So, there's the dried parsley. I'm going to put some dried parsley in my sauce, in my marinara, because I didn't put any in there, just the basil and the Italian seasoning. Alright, I got to get an egg or two for this meatloaf mixture. And I'm going to actually put some more basil in it. And I'm doing that because I have to use it up anyway, too. I'll just probably end up using this whole thing. And then I will put this thing right here in this pot and put it outside. And maybe I'll get some freaking basil from it, I don't know. I was wondering if I had, I thought I had some fresh mozzarella, but I don't. I should have bought fresh mozzarella because I have this basil, like, well, there's not much left, but I could make like calabrese, what is it called? Caprese? It's with the tomatoes and the mozzarella with the olive oil. Ooh, love it with basil, fresh basil. So yummy. Alright, gotta put it. Doesn't, for some reason, it likes it better when there's a little bit of liquid in when it chops, and I don't understand why. Probably because it's from the Dollar General. It was only like $10, whatever. The sauce is simmering nicely now, so I'm going to let it simmer for like 5 more minutes, and then I'm going to put it on the back burner and let it simmer, you know, for like another hour. So I started this at 3 o'clock. You can still eat by 5:30, 6 o'clock, even before that. And especially if you're just making your own homemade marinara. If you don't, you could just make a meat sauce too and put the meat on the bottom of the pan and make the meat sauce. We call it chopped meat gravy, or you could make meatballs, or you don't have to have any meatballs. You can put mushrooms in it, or broccoli, or whatever you want to put in your sauce, or you don't have to have anything. Just have it with some pasta or some ravioli. Woo! Party! I'm crazy. So, Frankie had a little procedure he had to have done today, okay? I'm not allowed to talk about it. So I'm not going to talk about it. He's fine. It's all for something elective, okay? So that's what I'm going to tell you. But there's some stems in here that didn't stem up. So we got up. I'm tired, extra tired. Well, I feel pretty good actually right now. I have to say I'm not feeling exhausted. My back hurts a little bit, but that's just normal for me anyway. Anyway, we were up at 5:45 this morning because his appointment was 6:30. So we had to get up. Me and him went. I took him. You know, I drove. Well, he drove there, and then I drove back because, you know, he had to be sedated for a few minutes. Anyway, that was all done. So I've been up since about 5:45 this morning. And like I said, I definitely am a little tired, but I'm not exhausted. But I'm sure tonight I'll be dozing on the couch at 9 o'clock. So that's what happens when you're 58, guys. And I'm sure everybody else knows. Anyway. TMI, right, guys? TMI. Alright, so I'm just trying to get every single piece of basil out of here because it aggravates me leaving the basil in here. Aggravates the crap out of me. I know. So I've been up since early. Everything went well with his procedure. He's doing fine. He's resting. He's fine. He's not even tired or anything. He's doing good. So anyway, yeah. So that's the story with that. But yeah. So I'm just telling you, I've been up since. Usually I sleep till 8, 9. I mean, I'm usually tossing and turning at 6 o'clock, and then I'm deciding should I get up, should I not get up, and I usually fall back to sleep. And I'm up by, I usually get up by 8, 9 o'clock. Some days I will sleep late. I will say, I'm just not getting out of bed today until 11, and I do. But when Billy goes back to work, like he sleeps, you know, now till late sometimes, because he goes to bed really late. He's a night owl. He loves to watch his shows at night, and I go to bed like 12, 1 o'clock, even later sometimes, and he's still up. So when he goes back to work, he has to, you know, start changing that a little bit so he gets back into the swing of things. But anyway, he will. All right, so we got fresh basil, yum freaking oh. We got, I put onion powder, garlic powder, salt and pepper. I'm just chopping some of that basil that for some reason, didn't chop in the chopper, which is crazy. I got all the seasonings in here. I'm going to start out with 1 egg. I think 1 egg is going to be okay. Where are the eggs now? Lordy, lordy, lordy. Large eggs, but they seem kind of small. All right, so we got 1 egg. Now, guys, some people put milk in their meat mixture. Some people put water. Some people put chicken broth. I put water. My mom always did water, and I'll tell you, if you're new here, you're going to find out today that I like, and my mom, these are my mom's meatballs too, just like my mom's stuffed peppers. She makes the same, it's made the same exact way. What you do is, it has to be very moist. If the meat mixture, be it meatloaf, be it stuffed peppers, be it meatballs, whatever it is, if the meat mixture is not soft, like not wet, like to the touch, like you take your finger off and you go like this, and you don't see like the wetness and you don't feel it wet, it's not good enough. Because in order for the meatballs to be really like moist and juicy, whether you use milk or whatever you use, you have to have a moist, wet meatball. Not soaking wet, like coming out of the bath. I'm not saying that, or the pool. I'm just saying it has to be very soft and wet, even almost to the point where it's going to fall apart. Almost to that point. Not to that point, but almost. That's how I make them. And that's how I do it. So, and they always 95%. Believe me, sometimes they come out better than other times. Just like my meatloaf and my meat mixture. Sometimes I'm like, oh my God, this wasn't even that good tonight. And my family's always like, oh yes, it was, Mom. You know, because I'm hard on myself, this and that. And then sometimes I'm like, oh my God, that was delicious. They were amazing. And you know. And the thing is like I don't do specific things. Like I do specific things, but I don't put this like half a cup of breadcrumbs, a half a cup of grated cheese, a half a cup of parsley. I just throw in and do it by sight, by hand, by feel. That's how we've done it. That's how my mom and grandma and Nanny did it. That's how I do it. So that's the thing. So it comes out a little different every time. Sometimes better, sometimes not as good, still delicious and good, but not as good as I feel it should. It should have been. But that's just me. So I can tell already it needs more water. Okay, I'm gonna go to my hands now because even though I don't feel like it tonight, I still have to. You have to use your hands. Now, if I put too much water in it, guys, then I'll put a little bit more breadcrumbs in it, a little bit more grated cheese. More than likely just breadcrumbs because that'll dry it up a little bit. But I feel like right now where this is at, and I don't want to like mix this crazy because then your meatballs will be tough. If you take out your meatloaf and or your meatballs and you say, ooh, it's tough. You know why it's tough? More than likely, 95% of the time is because you overmixed it. Just like if you overmix a cake, if you overmix it, you know, it becomes tough. So you just got to be careful. But yeah, you know, you have to really go far to do that. But yeah, so right now it feels right, but I don't know about the seasonings. Now I smell my meat, and I've gotten criticism for this months back. People say, "Oh, that's disgusting, Linda. Why do you smell your meat?" Oh no. people have been blocked for that reason. They're way gone for that, whatever. But that's how I do it. I smell my meat, and if it doesn't smell like I want it to smell, I add a little bit more, and that's how I do it. And then sometimes what I'll do is when I'm frying meatballs beforehand, my mother always did this. She takes a little bit of the meat, she puts it in the pan while she's waiting for the oil to get hot, and she'll taste it. And she'll say, oh, it needs a little bit of salt, it needs a little bit of pepper, it needs a little bit of grated cheese, more parm. You know, that's how she did it. And I think that's how I'm going to do it tonight to show you guys. And I also sometimes I'm a stickler and I want to get it on point and I want to make sure it tastes perfect. And then sometimes I'm like, oh, I'm sure it'll be fine. I know what I put in. I'm sure it'll taste good, you know. And then 95% of the time it comes out great. But, yeah. So I'm going to get the pan. All right, this is all good. Now, you see, guys? You see that? Look at that. That's really, really moist. Now, I'm going to make sure, yeah, that's perfect. They won't fall apart, but they're soft enough. They're soft enough where they'll fall apart if you let them, but they're nice and firm. Soft but firm, if that makes sense. All right, so let's get all this residual stuff off my fingers, whatever I can get, because food's expensive today, and you got to get every bit. Oh, the tip of the day is, okay, guys, here's my tip of the day. I wish I knew how to include music and stuff in here, because I would put music in, like I would say, all of a sudden it would say, tip of the day, or I'd put on the screen, tip of the day. I really don't know how to do that. I really don't. I don't know how to do it. And so I don't think I can handle that. I don't think I can figure that out, but we'll see one day. Maybe I'll just I'll put on the clip, tip of the day, when I'm saying it. I'll see if I can figure that out. Yeah, I think I can. No, I don't know about that. Anyway, let's move on from that. Let me get my pan out. Which pan should I use? Yeah, I'll use this pan. We're gonna put some olive oil in it. I'm already using a lot of my olive oil. I'm gonna have to go back and get more, but that's all right. We're fine, guys. We're fine. So I'm gonna put a little olive oil in it. I'm gonna coat the pan, about an inch or two of olive oil, and I'm just gonna surface fry it. That's what I told you guys. Surface frying it, okay? So it has that flavor of the meatballs, of the frying, but it's not soaked in oil. So let's put a little piece in here and see what we think. All right, we're gonna let this fry up. Once it comes to a little simmer, a frying where I know it's cooked enough. I honestly love rare beef, chopped meat, hamburgers and stuff like that. Not my meatloaf and my I like it. I don't like them overcooked, but I definitely like it just enough cooked. It's a little rare, but I don't like it raw or anything like that. But I'm just saying, for me, the rarer, the moister it is. But my meatballs, they're not ever rare. We cooked them enough, but they're done enough where they won't make you sick or anything like that. They're just done the way we like them, which is cooked all the way. It is cooked all the way. But we don't like burnt meatballs. Like, we don't like the dark ones. We'll eat them. Not that we don't like them. We'll eat them. But we prefer, and my family prefers, and I guess I trained them that way, to like lighter meatballs. Yeah, guys, watch what you do with your kids, because you really can train them to be a certain way. And then you wonder why they're the way they are. It's because we trained them that way, and that's the God's honest truth. I'm like 100%. Like I admit that 100%. My kids are a product of what I trained them in. How I trained them. How I raised them. What they saw, what I did. What they said. Oh God, I gotta put an apron on because this is popping. How they saw I did things. Or your father, or whatever, you know what I mean? All right, this is cooking over here. I'm going to show you. I got to get my charger, because otherwise, this video, I don't even know what this video's on right now, what the camera's on right now. So let me get my charger. And what else did I say I was getting? there was something else I said I was gonna get. I'm gonna take that, I'm gonna shut this and put it on the back burner because it's way, way too hot and it's popping. Oh, my apron. All right, let's put this, oops, let's put this on. This is the lowest flame, you know, the lowest that this flame goes. No wait, the highest that this flame goes, but it's on low. You know what I mean? It's a high-low, but it's the lowest flame, if you understand what that means. All right, so let's turn this over. Now, let's let that cook a little bit. And let me get my apron. Be right back, guys. All right, I'm using my, I'm putting on my heart, this is my heart apron. This was from Courtney from My Little Gingerbread House, guys. Go check out her channel. She's amazing. And she sent me this, and I love it. Thank you so much, Courtney. All right, let's taste this now. All right, let's let it cool off a minute. I got to get a Ziploc bag for these, for this other shot meat, so it gets in the, get it in the freaking refrigerator. So now, you know, if you wanted spaghetti or pasta with your raviolis with your marinara tonight, and meatballs, have that. You don't have to make meatball heroes, but that's what I bought it for. We specifically wanted meatball heroes. We were out, and my husband's like, you know what, I think we should have meatball heroes. And I was like, oh my God, yes. So we had to stop at ShopRite because we don't buy our chop meat at Walmart or at Aldi. We have before, and we've always been disappointed. It's been very, very hard pieces, and we just don't feel it's fresh. We don't like it. So anyway, we buy our chop meat either at Sam's Club, which we haven't been there in over a year. Haven't been there in a long time, for obvious reasons. We buy our chop meat either at a regular food store like ShopRite, you know, Stop and Shop, Price Chopper, those places. We don't buy our meat at Walmart or Aldi. So that's that. All right, so let's eat. Let's try this meatball, guys. Let's see. Oh, the oil's hot enough now. I could tell you that. It's probably too hot. Now I gotta wait a second. Because I don't want to burp. Really good. But it definitely needs either salt or grated cheese, a little bit. So I think I'm going to do grated cheese. And put some grated cheese in it. Just a little bit more, not go overboard because I don't want a salty freaking gravy. I mean a salty freaking meatball. Put a little bit more pepper. Where's my pepper mill thingy? I always lose it. I'm getting low on it. Oh, there it is. I always lose it, but here. All right. This is gonna be. This could be dangerous. I'm gonna put that back on in a minute. Putting some of the black pepper in here. All right, let's get started now. Give it a good mix so we don't have a bunch of cheese. All right, guys. Flying chop meat. Flying. Alright, here we go. Alright. What I usually do when I'm making meatballs, usually on with Sunday gravy, is I make a whole bunch of them and stick them on on a tray, and then just start putting them in. I'll probably do that after I start putting them in the pan. I just want to get that oil just back up a little bit, and then we'll start doing that, and I'll show you guys. I usually don't make them huge, but today Billy wants them a little bit bigger for Meatball Heroes, so I think I'm going to make them about this big. I usually make them a little bit smaller than that, but so I think that's what I'm going to do. Let's see if this fries, if this makes a noise. Yeah, there we go. So that's nice. I'm just trying to make them around the same size. So that's about right there. And they're perfect, guys. They're coming out perfect. They're moist as anything, but they're literally, they're going to be delicious. They're going to be so good. I'm trying to keep them around the same size. That other one I just made was probably a little bit bigger than the other ones, but you just do what you think you got to, you want to do. And if you want to make little ones, make little ones. I usually make ones like this big. These are usually the size that I make, but I'm kind of doubling it because we want them on Heroes and we want them a little bit bigger. So do whatever you want to do, obviously. But yeah, that's definitely too big. You just play with it. They don't have to be perfect, guys. It's freaking homemade. I'm going to check them out. Check them out in a minute because I don't want the bottoms. Sometimes it just happens. They do get a little crispy on the bottom. And, you're human, so you can't be, you got to do what you got to do and quick and all that. But you can't, you're not perfect. So you're going to make some mishaps. Oh, my tip of the day. Oh, my goodness. I almost didn't do it because I got distracted. The tip of the day is this. When you're making meat mixtures and all of that, before you wash your hands, after you do the meat mixture, dry them, get a paper towel and do this. And get all, the majority of the stuff off, because what happens is, when you wash your hands and you don't do this, you use more soap, it takes forever to get the stuff off of your hands, and it's just annoying. But if you wipe it off your hands first, when you use soap, it comes right off. You don't have to use so much soap. So that's the tip of the day, guys. Dry your hands on paper towels or a towel before you wash them to save money and soap and everything. Tip of the day, guys. There it is. All right. I'm going to put this light on in a minute. All right, let's check it out. Not yet. If they're not moving easily, let them sit another minute, couple of minutes. Like I said, we definitely like them brown, but we don't like them black and dark. We like them light, on the lighter side. So I'm just moving it around a little. They're almost ready to be turned over. And I think I'm not going to use this thing because when I use this thing, my meatballs are so moist that they fall apart. So I'm going to have to use probably a little spatula or something because I don't want them to fall apart. But I'm moving them over so I can fit more meatballs in there. You don't want them smothered because you want them to fry. You know what I mean? Not boiled, but you want enough. You can fit a nice amount in there. So yeah, you shape them and let them cook a little bit this way. Once they get a little bit firm, then they'll be easier to handle if they're really, really moist like I'm showing you. Okay. Now this is going to make not a hell of a lot of meatballs because I'm making them big, but it's fine. All right, yeah, let's just leave those in there. I'm going to dry my hands No, I think what I'm gonna do is just make up some meatballs, and then I'll be back. And we'll let these cook, and I'll show you when I turn them over. All right, guys. So we're gonna do our rolls now. We're gonna make up our sandwiches. I wanted to show you this. I got this at the. Wait 1 second. I got this the other day, and I forgot to show you guys. Guys, look at this. My frog. I hate frogs. I'm petrified of frogs, but I love little frog, like little thingies. And I had a frog up there, and he disappeared. I don't know, Cooper got it.
Ended up outside.
And ended up outside dead. And I saw this, and then look, it's a little it's like a little husband and wife of frogs. Yeah, for me and Bill. Is that the cutest thing ever? I wanted to show you. Yeah, so cute. So when I take it out, I'll show you, whenever that is. So here are the rolls. We got a couple of these. Okay, guys, I'm gonna have like a quarter of this, like this, and I'm not gonna make a big full one. I'm not gonna make a big one. Ooh, so nice, guys. They're nice and fresh. We got them from the Italian deli, like I told you. Yeah. All right, so I'm gonna make my plate, and I will be back. All right, guys, I wanted to show you one other thing before I show you my plate. This is what I do, okay? I take the breading out, guys, of the middle. Okay, if you're watching your carbs or whatever, just take some breading out. And besides the fact that it's better to me, and that's just my opinion. I split one piece of provolone and I put it on the bottom, and I'm gonna put I'm gonna split mozzarella. I'm gonna break up half a piece, put it on the bottom. I'm gonna put some marinara on my bread, on the top of the cheese, and on this bread here. Not a whole heck of a lot, but most, enough. We're gonna do that. I'll show you. And then I'm gonna put the meatballs on, and then put more cheese on top, and then more marinara. Where is that freaking spoon? Why is everyone...
There's a spoon over there.
No, you can't use a wooden spoon for that.
Why? Works just fine for me.
All right, guys. A little bit of the marinara. Because I'm not going to toast mine. Billy toasted his. I'm not. The bread is freaking amazing. I tried it. Oh, my God, God. God, give me the strength. Give me the strength. All right.
I'm only going to eat half of this probably.
Yeah, that's why I only made a
well, I'll save it.
Yeah, you save it. You'll eat it. You eat it up in the toaster oven? Oh, my God. And guys, you see how I just said, God, give me the strength? Was that mean towards God? No, I'm asking God for strength. So, people, please. All right, I'm going to get like a half a meatball because I don't think I'm going to get it fit.
That's a meatball hero.
Look at that, guys. Don't spill it.
I'm trying not to.
Are you putting it back in the?
No.
Oh, I thought you were going to put it back in the. So you could also put this back in the toaster oven and heat it up. I got some basil here, guys. I'm going to put some basil that I had left on it. You want some basil, Bill?
No, I'm good.
Oh, good.
I got mine all done.
Because I don't have to share it with you, and I don't want to share it with you.
Whatever.
And,
Why'd you ask?
I don't know. All right, let's put, that's mozzarella. I'm going to put one mozzarella. And I kind of want it melted, but that means I'm going to have to put it in the freaking toaster oven.
I just did this.
How did you do that? I don't want to do that. That's not going to work.
If
I put it in the microwave.
I use shredded, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, if I put it in the microwave, then it's going to become mushy. I think I'm just going to put it in the toaster oven for like 2 seconds. And that'll be fine. All right, guys. All right. I'll be back. I'll show you when it's melted. All right, people. Here it is. Look at that. Oh, my God. I melted the cheese, so the bread did get a little bit toasted, but that's okay. I want it like that. I put cheese on the bottom, cheese on top, and sauce on the top. Here he goes. Here goes Cooper. Look, we come in here to eat, guys, and this is what he's doing now. Now he takes everything off of the off of the cabinet to tell us that he wants to eat. Meanwhile, he ate about 2 hours ago, maybe an hour and a half ago. And poor Brody's back in the bedroom, back in the kitchen. But that's okay. He can eat his food too. But anyway, he is such a pain in the booty. Anyway, guys, this is what's for dinner tonight. Okay, look at that stuff right there. Oh my goodness. There you go, guys. I'm going to turn you around to say goodbye. All right, people. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you guys are having a great Thursday. I'm pooped, but I'm really, really, really happy right now because I got my Meatball Hero. And, yeah, it was a good day today, guys. A good day. So, again, thank you so much for watching this video. Don't forget to hit that subscribers button. When you subscribe, you really help my channel grow. I need a couple of napkins, honey. Don't forget to hit that notification button with the bell so you guys can be notified every time I upload a new video. Like and share and comment down below. And again, thank you for all your support and everything. I love all of you. I'm going to go eat now. Thank you. And guys, let's take a bite. So good. Every time I get a Meatball Hero from the pizza place, I'm never happy with it. From the local one. This is amazing. The meatballs came out so good. Oh my god. No. Come on, you can't get that out. You can't. You can make this at home, guys. You can make it. If you want the recipe for my meatball mixture, let me know and I will give it to you. I will figure it out for you so you can make these moist meatballs because they're amazing. Thanks, guys. Love you. I'll see you on the next one. Bye. Gonna watch Big Brother now. Love that show. If you don't watch it, watch it. It's fun. Love you. Bye.